So after every episode of My Dress Up Darling, the thing that I ask myself each and every week is how can this anime get better? How can it level up from the past episode, from the past episodes? And episode 9 is kind of showing me on how it's leveling up itself and how it's kind of like building upon the building blocks of this amazing masterpiece of an anime that already exists. And that is simply by introducing new characters to surround Gojo. This episode, there's a lot that happened, and I'll try and cover all the points. But the main one that I want to cover is this episode really introduced Shinju, which is Juju's sister, right? And it kind of introduced the moment to where Shinju and Gojo they created a relationship. They created a friendship together. And that is by Gojo, even though he's very unsocialistic. He's very antisocial. He doesn't really know how to communicate and socialize with people. But because of his time with Kitagawa and now a little bit with Juju, he's beginning to pick up on social cues. He's beginning to kind of like pick apart certain things that maybe not a lot of other people would notice. And specifically what happened with Shinju is he noticed that in their time when they were checking out where they're going to be taking pictures, when they were checking out the potential studio space, and then they went to go eat them, there was something eating away at Shinju, especially when Kitagawa had brought up with her, like, hey, do you also want to cosplay? Is this something that you would want to be interested in as well? And she was very off-put by that, and it's mostly because of her sister, because she was so concerned on what her sister would think, and maybe that, like, she doesn't have the correct body type for it, and maybe the characters that she wants to idolize and be and create, she doesn't kind of fit those shapes and forms and things that she could do. And then on top of it, she's very concerned that if she doesn't pull it off, that Juju would judge her, or she doesn't want to basically encroach on Juju's space that she has for herself, this thing that she has for herself. She wasn't thinking about the holistic picture, which is that she could share this space with her sister, and she could share this hobby with her sister more so than she already does, because she's already kind of in that space with taking pictures and saying, like, doing all the background work of the front-facing stuff that Juju does, right? So Gojo was able to pick up on that and share a moment with her and say, hey, you could do this too. And when he gets to the root of it, he finds out that, yeah, this is something that she does want to do, and she does idolize a specific character, which is one of the brothers, I think, the brother of the character that Juju was playing. And she idolizes that character kind of for the same ideals that she carries personally, is that brother's always looking out for his little sister and this and that. So she really wants to depict herself and be that character herself. And I love how Gojo obviously responds. He's like, what? You want to be that character? Because he was thinking she wanted to be like the frilly little princess or one of the other like magical girls. And when she says, oh no, I want to be this dude, he's like, what? And I love his reactions, during the episode too. They're just so, his reactions and his facial expressions, they're just so, they don't give a F. And I love the way that he reacts to stuff. But regardless, he's able to break it down and begin the planning phase with Shinjo, and he's able to kind of beginning to get into that phase and be able to kind of go and plan what Shinju will end up looking like, what the budget should be. And he has to remind himself that she's a middle schooler and she only has an allowance, even though she looks very developed and mature. She's actually younger than him, and he has to kind of figure out, okay, how the hell am I going to pull this off? So he ends up thinking about his school uniform, and his school uniform looks just like this. So with getting a wig, getting makeup, doing all this, having Shinju come over to his house and take measurements and figure out how to reduce her bust size because she's so busty, it puts a lot of roadblocks in trying to figure this out. But ultimately, by the power of the internet and his phone, they're able to pull it off and get her to be this character. So I'll leave off on that for now. The other thing that I think this anime does great, outside of introducing, developing, and really digging deep on these new characters that are surrounding Gojo, is the way that Marin or Kitagawa and Gojo's relationship has been progressing as well. Kitagawa is definitely became really, really, really comfortable with Gojo. She also enjoys she also enjoys teasing him quite a bit too. And thinking back to the past episodes where, she's essentially falling in love with him the moment that they shared with the beach, the moment that they shared in the train where he called her beautiful. And basically he semi-confessed to her in that moment because how he expressed how he uses the word beautiful and what it means to him, his soul, and him as a person. He was basically kind of confessing to her when he called her beautiful. Then you have the moment that they shared at the beach where, Kitagawa was really looking at Gojo and his happiness and how that made her blush and feel. The moments where he's gotten really close to her to where normally she doesn't give an F, but he's crossed certain lines inadvertently, and that's caused her to be embarrassed multiple times. So you have all these different moments. In this episode, they had a moment to where she's going to show him her bra or whatever, and she's thinking she's wearing the sexy bra, but she's kind of wearing like a normal everyday one. She was like, thankfully he looked away because she was like, oh no, she got like super red and super embarrassed about it. But I like how she puts herself out there. She basically undresses in front of him, sends him these sexy pictures and stuff. And I like how Gojo's responding to some of it. She's like, why did you respond to my pictures? And he was like, well, the stuff that happened after that, it's a lie. As you guys can probably put together, he peeled the banana. So I love those moments that they share with each other. And I love that the comfortability level for Gojo has gone up exponentially, and it's gone up a lot because she likes him already too. So she's kind of seeking those reactions at this point. Is the reactions he has when she like takes off her shirt or like shows him her butt, and all these little moments that she does for him. Essentially, she's doing it for him, but she's also doing it for herself because of the little reactions that she gets. She thinks it's cute, she likes it, it's playful. So I love that their relationship has been progressing that way. At this point, Gojo just needs to get more awareness of these things that these flirtatious things that she's doing, so that he can cross the bridge of impossibility, at least in his mind. Getting together with her and having a relationship, like he's essentially the perfect boyfriend for her because of all the skills that he brings, and he enjoys what she enjoys, right? He already does her hair and her makeup, and he's sharing something extremely special with her. That's already a big win for him, but he thinks he can't cross that bridge because of who he is. But really, not only could he cross the bridge, he could take her hand, cross the bridge with her to there. You know what I mean? And I love that what that's introducing. The good thing that I've seen so far, too, is his interactions with Juju hasn't interfered with that. And I like that the anime is not saying, hey, even though Juju was, embarrassed and she's flustered and she might have like a little crush on Gojo, that hasn't impeded so far on Kitagawa and Gojo's relationship, which I'm actually happy about. And I hope they don't dive too deep into that, into her being like obsessively in love with Gojo or anything. I hope that they kind of keep it to where maybe her and her sister even kind of have like a little crush on him, but they realize that Kitagawa is his main lady kind of thing. But the last thing I'll talk about real fast is the end of the episode. Everything comes together, and Shinju is, she shows the cosplay, and Juju and Kitagawa get really excited about it. And I love how they take a selfie, and Gojo's in the background, he's just in the back, just straight up. And I'm like, yes, they got him in the picture too. And that's going on Kitagawa's social, so that's gonna get people around school to talk because now he's in a picture with them. And that's going to get people to talk already. As if they were not talking already. I think it's good for his popularity and notoriety to go up from that, whether it's negative or not. No bad news. No news is bad news kind of thing. So I think it's going to be really good too. But I like how everything kind of came together. And hopefully we get to see the photos that is the net result from this photo shoot. All right. Love this anime. I can honestly talk about this for another 10, 15 minutes. And I won't do that. But what I will say is leave me some comments, leave me some likes. Let me know what you guys think about this. And let me know what you guys think about the introduction of new characters and how it's being handled by the anime. All right, my friends. I'll see you guys next week for episode number 10. Can you believe it? Episode 10, you guys. I'll see you guys next week for My Dress Up Darling.